Welcome back to Draft House, everyone. I'm Joe. Today we'll be doing a Kansas City Chiefs 2026 NFL mock draft. As a reminder, we did a mock draft for them before free agency. Now we're doing it after free agency now that some of their team needs are filled and it gives a better idea of what they might do in the draft. If you like this type of content, make sure to like and subscribe. We will have plenty more team mock drafts before the NFL draft as well as some other content. Now let's get started with the Chiefs. Travis Kelce's back. They made some pretty good signings. Alohi Gilman stepping in place of Brian Cook at safety spot. Kader Kohu, good slot corner, and Kyrie's Tonga on the defensive line. So this kind of opens things up. They did lose a lot from their secondary. So with this pick, I'm probably targeting Mansour Delane, the corner out of LSU. We'll see what else is left on the board. I think Caleb Downs could be in play as well. I think an offensive lineman could be in play. One of the wide receivers as well. As you see, that's one of the team needs, and really could use that for their offense, especially with all of the Rashee Rice off the field stuff. So we're going to take Mansour Delane. They lost a lot of corners. I think if they want to be a better team overall, I think that corner is going to be something they should target pretty early in the draft. Next pick up at pick 29. I kind of like a couple options here, whether it's TJ Parker at edge, Boston at wide receiver, kind of help fill those needs. There's also those tackles that you could go get for this offensive line. I'm going to go with Denzel Boston. I think having a different type of receiver as opposed to just having the speedy guys is going to be good. He's a bigger bodied wide receiver and can provide a different type of target for Patrick Mahomes to utilize at pick number 29. Now we'll go to pick 40. Now, wouldn't even be mad if they doubled down on corner and got Colton Hood. I mean, I think he's just value at that point. Caleb Lomu at tackle. Could go with the edge, Zion Young. I think we're going to go with the Zion Young at edge. I think they can get some guys at offensive line to help the team later on. So we'll take Zion Young. R. Mason Thomas is a good pass rusher as well. Zion Young's more of the complete edge player who can help against the run more. So we got to fill out the team needs based on PFF with the first three picks. Now let's see what we can do with the 74th pick in the draft. Not really having the tackles at this part of the draft at the top of the board, at least. Could go with just about anything here. Kenneth Walker signed at running back, so you're not going to take one there. They could take Zach Branch. I love that speed. I know that. Max Clare, I mean, they love tight ends as well. So let's go. We'll take some offensive linemen here on the interior just for some depth and maybe moving people. You can maybe move people around. But let's take Sam Hecht. I think he's more able to be moved around on the inside. That takes us to pick 109. With this pick, let's go with Bud Clark, the safety out of TCU. Very good ball hawking safety. A lot of experience during his time at TCU. So we'll take him. Next up, we have 148. We can go Austin Barber here and get a tackle for the offensive line room there too. Get some depth and maybe a guy you can develop into a player over time. And now it takes us to pick 169. Let's go Josh Cuevas. You have Travis Kelce at tight end, if you'll let us take him there. And he's a good receiver. You can need a tight end for the future. They have some guys. Josh Cuevas is more of a blocking tight end, and getting him in the fifth round, I think, is fine. Let's keep on changing up the positions here. Let's do Caleb Ellarms-Orr out of TCU at linebacker there. I pick 176. And that takes us to pick 210, which is the last one they have in the draft. We've taken almost about every position you possibly can. So could double down on some of these positions. We'll see what's available. Let's go with Kendrick Law, the wide receiver out of Kentucky. He has a pretty good speed there at the end of the draft. They like their speed guys. All right, so let's see how they grade this draft as we get to it. We're going to start it off going through the draft again. They give it a B+, so we'll go back through it here. Pick 9, Mansour Delane, the corner out of LSU. Pick 29, wide receiver Denzel Boston out of Washington. Give them a different type of receiver than they've had. Pick 40, Zion Young, the edge rusher out of Missouri, can play against the run. Also had decent sack totals in the SEC. And then Sam Hecht at center. Again, would have liked the board to set up differently to get maybe a tackle or someone to give depth there. But we got Sam Hecht, I think, is a good offensive lineman. Safety, Bud Clark at 109. Good ball hawking veteran. Austin Barber, the tackle out of Florida at pick 148, provides some depth, maybe rotational, or swing tackle rather. Josh Cuevas, the tight end out of Alabama, pick 169, more of a blocking tight end. Caleb Arms or the linebacker out of TCU, and then wide receiver Kendrick Law out of Kentucky. So let me know what you think of this mock draft down in the comments below. We'll be doing more mock drafts before the 2026 NFL draft. If you like this type of content, make sure to like and subscribe. For now, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time.